How to manage people, process, and profits. This is the topic given to me tonight. I'll finish this quickly and I'm looking forward to your questions. So let's get started. Well, friends, do you know how honey is made? There is a case story that I have created around this particular concept. There is a very interesting video also which explains the process of how honey is made, but I will not play that video. It's a 6 minutes video. It will be there on the social media. I'll post it after this session, which you should go through. It will teach you volumes of how people are connected to the process of how honey is made. So do you know how honey is made? You might have a faint idea. Let me take you to the story. Friends, let's make some honey. And when we do this, we will understand the correlation between people, process, and profits. Friends, did you know a honeybee and its method of making honey is one of the most rewarding process in nature? We need to understand that process so that we can build similar processes in the businesses that we do so passionately and with such strong purposes. Friends, a honeybee follows a very strict routine and an efficient process to produce honey in a hive. We need to understand it is the same process that we need to follow in the businesses that we are building, the robust business model that we want to build for global consumption. Friends, the message that I would like to deliver tonight is, for us, global is local. Every Indian today has to start thinking about being a global entrepreneur. We need to lead from the front. This is what I called as the new world order, and we are going to lead from the front. The Indian entrepreneurs are going to lead from the front, and the rest of the world will come and collaborate with us to encash on the opportunities. So friends, the process that the honeybee follow is in sync with a team of thousands of other honeybees playing different roles in the hive. So when you go through the process of honey making in detail, I'll be just touching the surface in the story. You will realize that lots of people, thousands of honeybees together sync with each other. Honeybee follows a strict routine and an efficient process to produce honey in a hive. This process is in sync with a team of thousands of other honeybees playing different roles in the hive. The team of bees produce enough for everyone in the hive and also creates sufficient provision for the future. The whole process of honey making rewards bees and nature as it aids pollination of fruits bearing trees. So this is what even we do in an organization. We need to have sync amongst the people who will definitely produce the honey that your organization wants to deliver as a product or service to the rest of the world. So how's your hive doing? How's your organization doing? As entrepreneurs, we have a lot to learn from a honeybee and the process of honey making. Friends, the hive is nothing but our business, and the bees are nothing but the people or the team that we have. Honey making is the process that we are going to talk about. That is the people and the process, and honey, the end result, the product. You can see the beautiful color, the liquid gold, which is called as honey, is the actual profit that the organization makes. So profits need to be for a strong purpose. Profits need to be for a strong impact, and profits need to be to create value in the ecosystem that we sustain, survive, work, pray, and grow. People are the most important aspects in this three-word system that I want to discuss: the people, process, and profits. No strategy, process, or idea is going to execute on its own. The most important asset in a business is the people, and all success is contingent to your team. The quality of the people that you have will define the quality of the journey your organization is going to drive, will define the quantum of profits that you're going to achieve, will define the quantum of impact that you'll have in the ecosystem and the environment around you. So people are the most important aspects of any organization. And जैसे एक कहावत है, गंगा ऊपर से बहती है. So you need to have people who can clone you, who can think like you, who can have the same mission, who can have the same purpose. So you need to match the type of people that you have, or probably you might need to groom them up in the format that you desire your organization to grow as a social enterprise, serving the needs in terms of products and services in the society. Friends, it is critically important not just to have people, but you need to also empower your people. So empowering people is a very critical element and very critical aspect of life. When you empower people, your biggest responsibility is to inspire other people to be the best versions of themselves. So you need to make sure that it becomes a responsibility that you need to shoulder. The success of an organization depends on the quality of training you impart to your team, the quality of motivation that you give, and how you inspire by being a leader in the organization and leading from the front. So you need to always have your neck on the line to make sure that your team tries to emulate you and takes the business forward. Friends, get everyone behind the mission and keep them there. Get to know everyone. Create a culture of transparency and feedback. Appreciate good work and also encourage risk taking. Friends, we need to understand one aspect. Our team needs to be in sync with our thoughts and our actions. You need to bring that discipline in that particular formation. Also remember one thing, to empower your team, it is not only to delegate your responsibility, but what is critically more important is what is the kind of authority that you delegate with your responsibility. An ideal formula is you need to delegate it in the same proportion as the responsibility. So responsibility and authority needs to be on equal parameters. Authority can be a step more, but at least not a step less. That's a message that I would like to give. We need to build a team. When we talk about people, it's not only about leadership. We need to make each person in the team a leader of the actions that he's supposed to be taken. So building a team is critically important. A great team complements each other's strengths and is in it for the vision of the business. It is in it for the vision of the business, not just for individual gain. Even though everyone on the team has their distinct areas of expertise, they need to find common ground and work in sync to achieve a common goal together. Purposely, I've shown you a cricket team. The cricket team, somebody's a bowler, somebody's a batsman, somebody's an all-rounder, somebody's a good wicket keeper, somebody's a good fielder, but every person plays the role. One catch caught on the boundary by a person who's not a great batsman can change the tables. One batsman on the last ball hitting a six can give you to a victory. One wicket keeper who takes the most difficult, unimaginable catch can win the match. So we need to have significance of every role that gets played. The role does not depend on the quantum of the role that somebody has to play, but the quality of the role that somebody has to play. So we need to build an absolutely all-round robust team, and we should not calculate them on the quantum of the role that they play, but the importance of the role that they play. So these are some points that I wanted to share. Let's come to the second P. The second P is process. It is not sufficient only to have good people. It is not sufficient only to empower them. It is not sufficient to make them into a good team and train them. But what is also important is you need to arm them. You need to empower them with processes, systems, technology, environment, absolutely a strong ecosystem for them to perform their game, for them to release their output and the outcome the way you desire it. So process, productivity is the lifeline of a business. If you want company productivity to be at all-time high, you need to have the right process in place. I like to think of our processes as the central nervous system of a business. Processes are what organizations become famous for. Whether it is a Mercedes, whether it is a McDonald's, whether it is a Starbucks, all these organizations have put their processes in place. The Indian Railways, the most dense network of railway trains for passengers across the world, is functioning because there is a process. Whether it is an airline, whether it is railways, whether it is a Starbucks, or whether it is St. Angelo's VNCD Ventures or your organization, we need to have successful processes in place. Otherwise, a great batsman with a bad bat might not perform. A great bowler with a spoiled ball might not deliver. So you need to have the right processes in place, the right equipment in place for entire team to perform the match well and to win the game. We need to play every game to win. We need to win strategies, we need to win processes, and we need to keep in place the right and the best kinds of processes which can lead us to victory and the desired results. Friends, process is an ongoing solution. There is no fixed formula that today the process that I have is the best. It needs to evolve every day. It needs to evolve with every person. So what do I mean by invent and improvise? It's simple, friends. Our marketplace is dynamic in nature. We are already doing surprise management with the current COVID-19 scenario, which says how dynamic the environment can be. So hence our business must evolve, and so must our systems and processes. What I would like to share with you, understand the cause and effect of the change. You need to understand the cause and effect of the change so that you can adapt quickly. You need to brainstorm with the team for the solutions due to the changed environment. This is what we do at St. Angelo's VNCT Ventures every single day. We always evolve our thinking every single day with the experience that we take, new experience that we take every single day on the field. We also need to implement the gut matrix. Now, this is a very interesting concept which I would like you to know. What is a gut matrix? Friends, GUT has got a very deep meaning, and each of these letters has a strong meaning where you need to connect with those meanings and add them to your process in your organization. Friends, the first alphabet is G, gravity. What will be the loss if a step is not taken? Not taking a decision is a bad decision. So what is the loss if that step is not taken? So you need to understand the gravity of that loss. The second is urgency. The time you have before it's necessary to take actions to prevent a loss. So India took the decision of a lockdown, one of the fastest decisions in the world, and we saved probably thousands and lakhs of lives by coming under the lockdown in the nick of time, unlike the other multiple countries which lost a lot of lives because the decision was delayed. So we were quick to take that decision of lockdown, and we could have saved lakhs of lives thanks to the decisions that were taken. So urgency is critically to be understood. The trend, what's the extent of the problem? Today, we are all become analysts. We are analyzing the changed environment around us, and we are trying to understand what is the new trend going to be. What was the old trend? What is the trend now during the lockdown, and what is going to be the new trend? So we need to be able to identify that. I'm to the last of the presentation, the last word, which is profits. Friends, let me tell you something. It is very important for us to support businesses which make profits, because businesses which impact the economy, which impact the people's lives, and which enhance the value of people need to be supported and need to be grown. I have a strong philosophy in life where I say, I love to say this, that profits in good hands develops the society. I will like to repeat this statement. Profits in good hands develops the society. So profits is critically important. A business can only exist if it can take care of the pain point or need of the market profitability. If there is no profit, the business will cease to exist. Hence, it is essential to run business efficiently for profits. Good organizations have the social responsibility to make profits, sustain, survive, and grow so they can do service to mankind by providing their products and services. We need to improve our profits. Making your business more profitable involves looking at ways to increase sales revenue as well as decreasing your overall cost. We can increase the profits both the ways, by increasing our revenues and also decreasing the cost. So we need to be cautious, and we need to have our eyes on the ball, that we need to make sure that we save and cut on costs. We need to also be aware that we need to discontinue unprofitable products and services. We all times need to find new customers, increase the conversion rate, review the current pricing structure. Our pricing should not be based on competition, where we end up realizing one day that a product which is cost at home at 80 rupees and we have sold it at 50 rupees. So don't commit that mistake. Competition should not allow you to determine your price. You need to determine your price after making logical, mathematical, and accounting decisions. So that's a message to you. We need to reduce inventory. Always carry the least amount of inventory, like how Japan says just in time. They manufacture just in time to absorb the demand of the market. We need to follow that principle in all lines of business that we are engaged and involved with. We also need to reduce the overall direct cost. When we follow this particular formulas, I'm sure we are going to be successful with our organizations. The success recipe, according to me, what I've come out as a derivative from this conversation is people multiplied by process is equal to profits. I will repeat this. People multiplied by process is equal to profits. Profits is equal to value plus impact plus reinvesting into people and processes. So people define process and people together give you profits. When you make profits, you need to reinvest into the process, and also you need to reinvent into the development of your people and addition of new people.